Greetings everybody, it's Chef Dr. Dave. I've got an exciting lesson for you today. We're going to look at 4 primary functions of management. We're going to look at planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And to coincide with that, I've got a little recipe here because planning, organizing, leading, and controlling is really kind of like a chef's recipe. So I've got a really good dish that we're going to make today. This is a Pollo or chicken, a Pollo Pepperoni Penne pasta. So with that being said, let's get rolling. Again, what we're doing in management, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, we have to identify a problem. So we have a problem in this case. Right now, my wife is hangry and there's no food in the house, so I need to make something. So how do we do that? Well, we've got to plan what we're going to do. Well, to do that, I've got a recipe over here. So I've got an idea of what she wants to eat, okay? And again, this is going to be that chicken and pepperoni pasta. So we're going to plan out how we're going to do all the things to resolve our problem. Then we've got to organize our resources. Now, in this dish, I've got my resources or ingredients organized. You can take a look over here. I've got my penne rigate pasta. I've got some fresh diced Roma tomatoes, fresh garlic, some bell pepper, onions, pepperoni, and I've already grilled off some chicken. I've got some marinara, and I've got just a little bit of Parmesan cheese there. So in organization, again, we've got our recipe, we have our plan, we organize all of our ingredients or our resources, then we've got to put our plan into action, or we're going to lead it. So with that being said, I'm going to start this fire here. All right, and I'm going to add just a little bit of. I use a blend of vegetable oil and olive oil. Olive oil has a lower smoking point, so I use that vegetable oil with it. Give me a little bit higher smoking point, but it also has that olive oil taste. So that being said, we're going to start putting our ingredients in the pan or our resources. Again, we're leading this action. So I'm going to go ahead and add the onions and bell peppers. We're going to put those in the pan first because I want to get those just a little bit opaque. Now, when we're leading this thing, we've got to make sure we're putting the ingredients or our resources in when they're needed or in the right order. If we put ingredients in at a particular time that they're not ready, they have propensity to burn. So you don't want to get burned. So make sure you're using your resources along with your plan or your recipe, and you're using them appropriately. Also, when you're leading this thing, you could be having other people helping you out. Remember, you can't do everything on your own. So I might have somebody chopping up my tomatoes or my garlic or grilling the chicken off for me, getting it ready. Again, don't do everything by yourself. All right, let's get back to the dish. So these are actually getting a little bit opaque. This really won't take long. It's a really simple recipe. Oop, that's probably going to be my bite. All right. So we've got our aromatics in there. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to deglaze the pan. Just a little bit of wine. Now remember, I was telling you about making sure your resources go in at the appropriate time. Well, I'm going to put my tomatoes and chopped garlic in. Because I've got some liquid in there now, those resources or those ingredients should not burn. Again, this is really fast. Let's do a little toss. All right, so that's all cooking. So we're leading this thing. We are implementing our plan with all of our resources, and it's starting to cook. This heats the delta. That's your change. Those are the things that are going on so we can resolve this problem. My wife is hangry. All right, so the wine is cooked down a little bit. We're going to add just a little bit of marinara here. Now I've prepared, done this beforehand, save some time. So we've got our marinara. We're going to bring that up to heat. It looks like our plan is working pretty well. All of our ingredients, our resources, they're all melding together. They're all coming together at the right time. We're going to bring this up to heat, maybe just get a little bit of a bubble here. Then we're going to add our cooked chicken and pepperoni. Actually, this looks like it's ready to go. So these are already cooked. We're just going to heat these through. Again, this is near the end. Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. We're near the end of the leading part here. All right, now part of the control. You want to keep tabs on your progress of whatever plan this is you have. So how do we do that? Well, we need to make sure we're following this recipe. This recipe should taste good. So we're gonna taste this just to make sure we're on target. Let's taste this. Not bad. However, it needs a little something. So let's add just a little bit of, I'm gonna add just a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of cracked black. All right, that's part of the control. Also, with that control, we probably want to update our recipe. So any kind of changes that we know are going to work well, let's document those so we can communicate those. All right, this looks like it's just about heated through. Let's add our pasta. I think this plan is actually working it out pretty doggone well. I don't think we'll need it all. Well, let's go and throw it in there. All right, so we've made our plan, have our recipe, we've organized our resources, we've led the plan, we've put all the ingredients in, we're cooking it, we're controlling it, we're making tastes, we're watching the recipe. So let's finish this thing up. Just have a quick toss. Look, I didn't even spill one drop. All right. I think that dish is done. So let's dish this thing up. Now remember, with any plan you want to share this with somebody. That's also part of the control process, and that's communicating what you're doing. So right now, I'm going to put this off in here. Actually, I think it will all fit in this bowl. Okay. Close enough. All right, so let's give this one more taste. Let's give it one more taste. That's pretty good. Remember, your plans can be tweaked. After everything is said and done, make sure it's going to be good for everybody. So let's put just a little Parmesan on there. Should be good to go. All right. I hope you enjoyed this lesson on planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So until next time, happy cooking, happy learning, and remember, it doesn't cost anything extra to be nice to folks. I'll see you around. Bye. I said bye.